What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It has been a very, very, very long time since I've been able to make a freaking video. In between waiting on parts for this thing, waiting on parts for that thing, waiting on the van, and then what's going on outside, I've not been able to make any freaking content, and I've hated it. I've waited on a little sneak peek over there, been waiting on quite a few parts for this thing, been waiting 3 weeks for a couple parts for this thing. I've actually canceled an order because I'm really tired of waiting for parts, so I've canceled an order on this thing. A part finally came in today, and it's been 3 weeks and like 2 days since I've ordered the parts for this thing. They finally came in today. And then on top of waiting on parts, nothing's been going on. I know something good has been going on outside. Snow outside, freezing cold temperatures, absolutely freaking horrible. It's literally like 5 degrees outside right now, if that, with the wind chill. It's like -10, and that's about what it's been like the past week, and that's how it's gonna stay and for the next probably week, and then it's going to go back in the rain again. If it's not freezing ice cold and in the negatives, then it's raining. If we're above freezing, it's raining. So unfortunately, I can't do anything outside. So that's where I've been for the last month, is waiting on parts and terrible, terrible weather. So let's get into today's video. And oh, look at that thing, is looking good. S1K is coming along nicely. Let's flip around the camera and get into today's video. Alrighty, look at that there. Oh my lord. Oh, look at that. It's looking sexy. Deleted the rear brake on the S1K. And oh my lord, does it look amazing. I've literally had this bike in pieces for 3 weeks now. Well, about 2 weeks now. Just been sitting here in my kitchen. Got all my tools set up here. Got the M1000 over there. Thinking about deleting the brake on it as well. But oh my lord, it's coming together beautifully. I was planning on doing a whole video and showing you guys piece by piece on everything, you know, step by step what I've done, but I was expecting the parts to be here sooner and stuff, so I went ahead and done it myself. And let me tell you, this is the easiest upgrade I've ever had to do on the S1K. So I didn't know what tools to use, and of course I'm in my house, so I had to keep going out to the garage, coming back and forth for a few things. But I will save you the time. If you watch all this video, I'm going to get to every size that I use and tools. That way it saves you time if you go ahead and do it. And honestly, if you know the tools, you have everything laid out, you'll be able to knock this job out in probably 30 minutes. Honestly, 30, 40 minutes. But this is everything we took off. Everything here in this box is everything we took off. Got the rotor off, just took that off today. That's 1 pound. And I think 3 ounces that saved. So 1 pound 3 ounces, and then everything else in the box, including the caliper, was another 3 pounds 6.6 ounces. So add that up, 3.6 ounces, 3 pounds 6 ounces, and 1 pound and 3 ounces. Add that up, there you go. There's your total weight loss. Now, with that being said, though, it's not a total savings, because the rotor 1.3, I went with the disc, and it's actually like 1.5. I think it's 1.5 because it's like 2 ounces heavier. So the Aero Disc is slightly heavier, but it cuts out all the wind getting inside your wheel. So it actually makes you faster, because instead of the wheel coming in, getting trapped in your wheel and slowing you down, it's just going to glide right over, and you're going to be more aerodynamic. So that's the whole purpose of that disc, is being way more aerodynamic and keeping the wind out of your tire on this side. Of course, the other side, you got your sprocket on, so you can't quite do that with. But that is the purpose of the Aero Disc. And let's get into how I deleted the brakes. So the brake system was super, super easy. Literally took the rear wheel off, pulled the caliper off, and you actually have to, so here's your ABS wiring. You actually have to kind of pull some slack and pull it this way, because there is a slot where your caliper sits. You have to pull it back this way and then be able to lift it up and get it up out of there. So you will need to pull some slack through here. Pretty easy. There's like 4 or 5 zip ties OEM that you have to cut. Super easy. Get that off, slide it back. And then what I done was I fed the caliper up and right through here. It actually fit right through here. Bring it over to this side, and I literally just sat on the floor with the caliper sitting right here, and I used this little tool, or this little hose here, fit over the bleeder of the caliper, cracked the bleeder open, and then I just fed it into this cup here. Fed all the brake fluid into here, and I literally just pumped the brakes or actually first I sucked all the fluid out of the reservoir, which I have a tool. Once I stand back up, I'll show you the tool I used. So I sucked the fluid out first, but you don't have to do that. You can literally just pump the brakes and pump the fluid straight into a container, and it takes it from here all the way up into the ABS module and pumps the fluid all the way out. So you don't have like any droplets left. I only think I had one droplet left whenever I ended up taking everything apart, which was really, really nice. So with that being said, pushed all the fluid through the brakes, ended up unbolting the caliper, took that apart, and once I had the caliper bled out, unscrewed it, took the wiring or the hose from the caliper, and literally just fed it up through here, which is why you have to take this apart. And ABS module here, your 2 hoses literally just slides right through there. Super easy. You gotta take this one panel off, which is like 3 bolts, 4 bolts. Takes it off, feed the hoses right through, and that is it. It's literally it. I'll show you over here on the M1000, which is a little different because I have full carbon. But if I was to take this cover off here, literally these 2 lines, which is going to be harder on the M1000 because I have full carbon subframe, but you just feed the hoses right through here, and they come out to here, which is your foot brake, your little foot brake here, and it just comes out. And then you also have this little piece here that you unscrew. So once you unscrew this, unscrew it up top, and you just pull that hose out, and then the other hose, this hose, leads all the way back to your actual brake, and you just feed that through. And then 2 bolts here, 2 bolts for your foot peg, they come off, and then you just unbolt this from the back side of that, which is super easy. Like I said, like a 30-minute job if I knew exactly what tools I needed. Oh, and here's the bleeder I used. Literally, that bleeding kit right there, you can get from like, I don't know, Harbor Freight, Home Depot, whatever. I know I got that one from Harbor Freight. Super cheap, I don't know, like 40 bucks maybe, and it comes in handy. Friggin' love that thing. Gets the job done. But yeah, that's it. And so these are the 2 bolts I was talking about, this one, and then your whole foot peg comes off, and then there's 2 mounting bolts in the back, and that's it. And it's actually these 2 mounting bolts, one here, and the other one I just dropped, and goes in there, and it just comes right out, and it cleans up that whole area. There's nothing. This is still going to get fed up. I haven't put that up yet. You have to zip tie it, and it's super clean looking. I'm debating on putting this piece, which is literally right here. That's what goes there. That's where it bolts. I'm debating on putting this back on. You will need shorter bolts because how everything mounts up, you have super long bolts. It's like a one, oh, I can't remember. Is it? I don't remember. I think it's like a 10 by 1. I know the thread pitch is 1, metric of 1. This is like a ½ inch or an inch. It can be either because it doesn't go through very much. So you can get away with a ½ inch or inch long bolt. And I forget what size this is in metric. I know it's like a quarter in standard, but I don't know if it's like I think it's a 10 by 1. But yeah, there's that. And that's pretty much it. Got to tighten the chain. Got to pull the wheel back a little bit, tighten the chain. Other than that, she's pretty much finished. Ooh, and these, I forget what this is too. These bolts haven't came in yet. That is another big question that I had myself when doing this job, and I'm so glad I remembered to bring this up. My number one question when doing this job was, because everybody that I know that has deleted this rear brake also deletes the ABS module. So I was going to do the same, but my delete kit has not came in yet, and for my front brakes, the new hoses haven't came in yet either. So that's the order that I canceled. But just to delete this thing, to get the sensor to keep your traction control intact, delete this, and then your new hoses for your front brakes to still work, it's going to cost you a good $600. This is 2.5 pounds that you will be saving, which is, if you're going all out max effort bike, that's a good 2.5 pounds that you could be saving on top of, I don't know, like 4.5, well, 3, technically like 3.5 that you saved over on brake delete. So, you know, you'd be saving 5-6 pounds in total. But for right now, I'm just going to get screws, plug in the top of the ABS there. And if you need to know what size those are, I should have those delivered in a day or two, and I will leave the size down below in the comment section, along with these bolts. If you guys really need to know the size of these exactly, leave it down below, and I will definitely leave that in the comment section. Other than that, that's pretty much it. The bad weather that we've had outside is pushing the van back even further, because everywhere else around us has been getting like 2 to 6 feet of snow. So the van's still not here yet. It's like supposedly another week out, maybe 2 weeks out. So we're still waiting for that. So that's why I'm backed up on content. Don't have nothing because the van's not here. Parts for these things just now arrived for some of them. Still waiting on some other parts. So there's that. I'm still debating on if I want to delete the brakes on the M1000. And what do you guys think? Should I put the Aero Disc? Should I do the same red Aero Disc on the M1000? What do you guys think? Leave it down below. Or should I see if I can get a blue one and do a blue on that one instead of the red? Let me know down below. So that's pretty much it. If you guys got any other questions, let me know. And if you guys comment quick enough, I might be able to actually have a camera person so I can delete that brake over there. And you guys can physically see me turning wrenches and removing that and show you how easy it is. I can definitely do that as long as I have a camera person this time. I did not have one for this one. But before we get to the outro of this, let's see. I got an adapter. You don't really need that. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Of course, you're messing with BMW, so you're going to need a T25. And whatever size this is, a quarter. I like my trusty impact. And literally just a couple tools down here. 3/8 drive ratchet with another T30. So you need T25, T30, and a T40. I had an extension for here. Need an extension for here and here. 10, I believe, to bleed the brakes and let the fluid out was a 10 mil. Cutters for the zip ties. Torque wrench for your bolts here. An 11, I forget what this is for, I think. I think I just had this just in case because I couldn't remember if it was a 10 or 11, but it's definitely a 10. I don't think you need an 11, but have one on hand just in case. Need your screwdriver for this bolt right there, because you will have to unscrew this to remove the brake line from underneath here. You just got to unscrew that, lift it up just a tad bit, slide the wiring out, or the hose out from underneath. For that, and pliers. I don't think I really needed these for anything. I don't remember. I don't think I needed these for anything, to be honest with you. But I had them out for something. So yeah, grab a pair of pliers, and that's about it. Literally, couple tools. Not very much. And the biggest thing that you will need on this, and you don't need on an M1000, is this Leaf spacer. It's for your ABS sensor to mount into once you get it. And yes, it is loose because I haven't tightened the rear wheel yet. So there's that. So I have it mounted forward at the moment, and then I gotta still, like I said, tighten that up. Alrighty, so I think that's literally it. And I had Loctite out. What do I have Loctite out for? I had Loctite out for those bolts and these bolts. You want Loctite for definitely these bolts and these bolts here. And that is it. That is officially the end of it. Good little 16-minute video. Back at it, guys. I have missed you guys so freaking much, let me tell you. I have missed making videos because I love this stuff so much. I love teaching you guys about these bikes, showing you what to do and how easy this stuff is. Again, if you guys would like to physically see me turn wrenches and delete the brake on the M1000, I can definitely walk you through it. It's going to be the exact same. A couple little things going to be different because I have the underslung brake over there. It's going to be slightly different, but like 99% of it's going to be the exact same. So I can definitely show you that if you guys want to see that down below. If you guys have any questions, hit me up on Instagram, comment section, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check me out on Instagram. There'll be plenty of photos of this, and hopefully in a week or two, I will have this thing out on the road and testing this bad boy out because I'm super excited about it. Wish me some luck. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Hopefully it'll be sooner than later. I miss you guys for sure. That M1K guy is out.